The trial, which is about to commence in Fulchester Crown Court, is a criminal one. The case which we're about to see is fictional. The procedure, however, is legally accurate. The characters are played by actors, but the jury is selected from members of the general public.
Did you know they were coming?
They're fine.
No, not here.
All stand. Are you Gregory Patrick Deacon?
Yes.
Are you Sally Elizabeth Williams?
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Your Honour. I should have informed the clerk that my clients were married to each other yesterday at Fulchester Register Office, and the indictment should read Sally Elizabeth Deacon.
An inauspicious start to your honeymoon.
Gregory Patrick Deacon and Sally Elizabeth Deacon. On this indictment, you are charged with damaging property contrary to Section 1, Paragraph 1 of the Criminal Damage Act 1971. The particulars are that you jointly, on February the 20th, 1979, at St Agnes Churchyard, Benstead Green, without lawful excuse, damaged a grave and headstone belonging to Guy Benstead, intending to damage such property or being reckless as to whether such property would be damaged. Gregory Patrick Deacon, how say you? Are you guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Sally Elizabeth Williams, I mean Deacon, how say you? Are you guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Brigadier Edward Benstead died on February the 15th and was buried in St Agnes Churchyard 3 days later on February the 18th. The Brigadier became Master of Fulchester Foxhounds a year before his death, when he'd been obliged to fight a most unpleasant rearguard action against a local group of hunt saboteurs who were trying to get fox hunting discontinued in the area. The evidence will show, ladies and gentlemen, that the prisoners who head this bunch of saboteurs indulged in a vicious campaign against Brigadier Benstead, a campaign that did not end with the Brigadier's death.
Silence.
Because, members of the jury, only 48 hours after the Brigadier was buried, his grave was violated in the most appalling manner. An act that the evidence will show was planned and executed by the two accused.
Silence.
Remove those people!
That's not bad for starters, just about the level we can expect.
We had no idea they'd be in court. I'm sorry.
I'm glad to hear it, Deacon.
Their hearts are in the right place.
But their boots and banners are not.
So, Sergeant Barford, at 5:15 on the 20th of February, you received a call.
Yes.
And what did you do as a result?
I went to St Agnes Churchyard at Benstead Green.
And what did you find?
The church warden, Dr. Phillips, was waiting. He took me to the Benstead grave on the other side of the church. It was all smashed up. Vases and urns in pieces, bunches of flowers and wreaths torn apart and thrown around. Some red paint had been tipped on, making a little pool. The headstone was broken, and the remains of a dead fox draped across it, several days old. Disgusting.
The headstone was broken.
Smashed. Several heavy blows, I should think. The base was still intact, written on in red paint. R.I.P. Brigadier Blood, scrawled as if with a stick.
Anything else?
There was a large floral tribute in the shape of a saddle sent by Brigadier Benstead's family. It had been torn apart. Pieces of wire were sticking out of it.
Did you examine this wire closely?
Yes. The ends were quite sharp, and there appeared to be traces of blood on them. Not enough for forensic examination, unfortunately.
I see. May she be shown Exhibit 1? Conditional witness order was made in respect of the photographer, Your Honour. Have you the photographs? Do they show you what you observed in the churchyard?
They do.
Good, thank you. Now, can you assist us with this? The late Brigadier Benstead was Master of the Fulchester Foxhounds.
Yes, he was.
And had there been any opposition to the hunt?
Yes, very much so. And they'd been stepping up their campaign since the new year. Every Saturday...
Campaign, Sergeant?
Following the hunt, blocking pathways, blowing horns, shouting.
Disrupting the hunt?
Yes.
So there is, and was, a body of hunt saboteurs?
Yes.
Let us make it plain for the jury, Sergeant. It is not unlawful to sabotage a hunt.
Of course not, provided they don't break the law or start any action likely to cause a breach of the peace.
I should have thought that's almost inevitable, Sergeant.
Things get difficult, Your Honour. We do our best to keep the two sides apart.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
Are the leaders of the Hunt saboteurs known to you?
Yes, the two accused are the ringleaders.
You say the saboteurs stepped up their activities after the New Year.
Yes, that's the problem. They're mob-handed now, dozens of them, well briefed. They always seem to know when the hunt's on, where it's meeting and where it's going.
Always?
Yes.
And the two accused?
Always in the thick of it.
And at this time, the late Brigadier Benstead was Master of the Foxhounds?
Yes.
He personally led the hunt?
Yes, every time.
When you left the churchyard on the 20th of February, where did you go?
I obtained a search warrant and went to interview the two accused, accompanied by Detective Constable Keegan.
And did you see them?
Yes, I called at 14 Cedar Close, Fulchester, Deacon's house at 6:30 p.m. They were both there.
Yes, well, tell us about the interview.
I asked if I might go in and talk with them. Deacon agreed. I then told them that I was making inquiries about an incident at Benstead Green that day. I asked them where they'd been that afternoon.
And did they reply?
No, not a word. That's their game.
Did you question them any further?
Yes. I told them it would be in their interest to tell me where they'd been that afternoon so that I could eliminate them from my inquiries. I then asked them again if they'd been anywhere near Benstead Green. They both of them said they had not.
And did you notice anything at this stage?
Yes, there were two blue anoraks lying discarded on a chair. I asked them if they were theirs. They said they were. I then noticed the accused William's hands were covered in scratches. I asked the accused Williams...
Now, Mrs. Deacon, Sergeant.
Oh, really? I asked her how she'd scratched her hands. She made no reply. I then asked if I might carry out a search. Deacon said I may not. I then produced the search warrant and proceeded to carry out a search. In Deacon's car, we found a sledgehammer in the boot and 3 paint pots. 2 of them had been very recently emptied, the third half full. Tests confirmed that it was the same kind of paint that had been tipped onto the grave.
May the witness be shown Exhibits 2 and 3. Are these the articles you found in the boot of Deacon's car?
Yes.
Did you notice anything else?
The soil around the Benstead grave is clay, very pale. The floor mats in the front of the car were covered in it. The pedals, too.
I see.
And in the accused Mrs. Deacon's anorak coat pocket, we found a torn pair of gloves.
And both the accused denied they had been in the area?
Later, they agreed they had, but refused to say any more until they had seen a solicitor.
Indeed.
We also found a note in the accused Mrs. Deacon's handwriting, a note from her to Deacon, dated Thursday, 19th of February.
That was the day after Brigadier Benstead was buried?
Yes. Yes, these are the gloves, and this is the note.
Will you read it, please?
The demolition job we talked about. Let's do it tomorrow. Paint as well. We'll make them see red. Don't forget the sledgehammer. P.S. We'll celebrate afterwards.
Yes, I see. Mrs. Deacon, it would appear, has a macabre sense of humour.
I then told them I was arresting them and why, and cautioned them.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Sergeant Barford, neither of the defendants has been in trouble with the police, have they?
No.
You've never spoken to them, either of them, before?
No.
At 5:10 on the 20th of February, you didn't even know that the grave had been damaged. But at 6:30, you were interviewing suspects. Incredible detective work. How were you able to trace the defendants so quickly and easily?
It's our job to know who's who in local organisations.
All local organisations, or only those in the protest business? Come, Sergeant. You've already told us that the Hunt saboteurs have a legal right to do what they were doing. My clients have never been in any trouble with the police, so what are they doing on your file?
I never said they were on any file.
I ask you again, Sergeant, how did you trace them so quickly? Now, Greg Deacon drives a Vauxhall Victory Estate, is that correct?
Yes.
And did he use this car on Hunt saboteur missions?
Yes.
So it would be parked in the lane somewhere near the Hunt meet?
Yes.
Did you take a note of the number of Deacon's car?
Yes.
Why?
Why not?
You had a search warrant when you visited the home of the defendants, just because they happen to be known Hunt saboteurs.
Your Honour, my learned friend's police bashing seems to me totally irrelevant to this case.
I was trying to show, Your Honour, that the attitude of the police towards my clients is hostile, and hence my client's attitude when first seen by the police.
Are you disputing any facts in the sergeant's evidence, Miss Kent?
No, Your Honour, I'm questioning the impartiality of the police.
Well, the evidence is before us. The court is not concerned with how the police traced the defendants, but what happened when they found them. Now, let's get on.
Your Honour. Sergeant, it's right, isn't it, that Greg Deacon has complained to you of violence on the part of the huntsman?
Yes, about a fortnight before the incident. Said he'd been whipped.
By whom?
By Guy Benstead, the late Brigadier Benstead's son, Your Honour.
This was in the course of the hunt, was it not?
So he alleged, yes.
And?
I told him he'd have to make a formal complaint. Go to court. He'd need witnesses.
And did he make such a complaint?
No, Your Honour. He wasn't prepared to back it up.
I'm not surprised, Sergeant. Now, these paint pots you found in Greg Deacon's car, what sort of paint is it?
Red.
We know. Is it deluxe paint or ordinary common or garden household slap-it-on stuff?
Household paint.
The sort you and I could buy in any supermarket?
Yes.
The sort that most people would use in home decorating?
I suppose so.
At the time of the incident, you visited the flat which Mrs. Deacon rents.
Yes.
It was being decorated, was it not?
Yes.
In what colour? It was red, wasn't it, Sergeant? That same bright red. The identical paint, in fact.
Yes.
I see. Now, the soil around the Benstead plot is pale clay, and such soil was found in Deacon's car.
Yes, it was.
It would be surprising if it were not, Sergeant. As a local police officer, you should know that most of the soil around Benstead Green is clay. There are exposed stretches of white clay at Shilcot Bottom, Tinton Copse, Farncombe Warren, all of it Hunt country. My clients agree that on the 20th of February that they were in this area, in all these areas.
Then why didn't they come out with it in the beginning? They had something to hide.
Yes, they did, Sergeant. They were doing a reconnaissance for the following day's hunt, where to deploy their troops, seeing the lay of the land. Not something they would want the police to know.
That wasn't why they denied being there.
That, Sergeant, is a matter for the jury. Now tell me, are hunt saboteurs your only bête noire?
I don't understand.
I can think of at least one other pet hate of the Fulchester police. The local ton-up lads. Windows stoned in the shopping arcade, flower beds churned up in the park, graffiti on every corner. Do you know where they are going to strike next?
Of course not.
According to the Fulchester Echo of February the 7th, half a dozen of these youngsters, and I quote, tore at high speed past the hunt meet at the Old Plough Inn, horses shied, the hounds scattered, and hunt saboteurs on both sides of the road clapped and cheered. Is that true, Sergeant? Did that happen?
According to my information, yes.
2 days later, Brigadier Benstead wrote a letter to the same paper. It went on at length about the need to deal harshly with the motorcycling youth of the area. He called them typical products of today's younger generation, the yobbo mentality. Thoughtless, witless, and gutless. Might even have given these kids ideas. Don't you agree?
Dr. Phillips, what is your full name and address?
Thomas Phillips, Willow Cottage, Benstead Green.
Are you still in practice?
Retired.
And you hold a post at St. Agnes Parish Church, Benstead Green.
Yes, church warden.
Have you been there for some time?
Almost a year. Lovely old church, you see, 15th century. Twice restored, damaged in the Civil War.
You're very fond of it.
Oh, yes, we all are.
Now, Dr. Phillips, were you at the church on the afternoon of February the 20th?
Yes.
Well, what were you doing?
Oh, a niece of mine and her husband were over visiting from America for a week with their children. I was showing them over the church and the churchyard, which is the most beautiful in the country. They say that a whole platoon of royalists are buried out there somewhere.
Yes, what time was this, when you showed your party around the churchyard?
I would say it's about 3:30. Yes, that's it, because I remember stopping at the Benstead plot and showing it to them. 5 generations of the family are buried there. Beautiful saddle of flowers on the Brigadier's grave.
Yes, and what did you all do then?
Well, then we went inside the church. My niece's husband is a real brass-rubbing enthusiast. St. Agnes has some excellent originals. Did you know that Sir Leofric of Chiltington is buried there?
No, I didn't. So, you and your visitors were busy inside the church?
Yes.
And what happened then?
Ah, yes. Tristan went missing. Oh, that's my niece's little boy. I thought he was interested in the brass rubbings, but that'll come, I suppose.
Yes, but what did you do?
Well, I went outside to look for him.
Where did you look?
I went across the churchyard. And that's where I saw them, right down at the far end.
Now, just a moment, Dr. Phillips. Tell us exactly what you saw.
Huh? Yes, I understand. Mustn't jump the gun. Well, there was this man and woman, blue anoraks, jeans, outdoor get-up, standing right next to the Benstead plot. I walked towards them, thinking they might be sightseers. You want some directions, you know. And then they moved away under the yew tree. Chap was limping.
Limping?
Yes, I would say so.
You got a clear look at them?
Oh, yes.
Anything else?
Ah, yes. The man was carrying a large canvas, haversack.
Yes, over his shoulder?
Yes, and as he moved away under the yew tree, he slipped it off his shoulder as though it was heavy, and he wanted to rest. He dropped it down.
Under the tree?
Yes, and the woman was carrying a bundle under her arm, something wrapped in an old blanket, I would think.
You think?
Well, it was certainly some sort of cloth or material. It smelt.
How close were you to them, Doctor?
Oh, about 30 yards, Your Honour.
And the bundle smelt?
Ah, yes, well, it looked as though it smelled. I mean, it was the way she threw the thing down under the tree. Phew.
What did you do then?
Well, I went towards them, and at that moment my niece called out from the church door that she'd found him.
It's Tristan.
Yes, he'd been climbing the wall at the back of the church. Would you believe it?
Yes, well, as you say, brass rubbings will come later. So, what did you do?
Well, then I looked back towards the yew tree. The couple had disappeared. That was the last I saw of them.
When your niece called, what did you do?
Well, I went back inside the church. I forgot all about them until...
Yes, we'll come to that in a moment. Now, did either person see you, do you think?
No, I don't think so. No, I'm sure not. They were engrossed in something now I look back on it.
Engrossed?
Yes, well, up to something. I don't want to sound unfair.
Do you know what time this was?
Well, I remember the church clock striking 4 shortly afterwards.
And what time did you and your party leave the church?
Well, let me see. They were coming back to dinner with us. Meg wanted us back by 5:15, so I think it was about 5 o'clock. Yes, 5 o'clock we left the church.
Tell us what happened then.
Well, then a reporter drives up from the Fulchester Echo just as I'm locking up the churchyard gate. His paper had received a telephone call telling them to send somebody to St Agnes churchyard. So I said I'd go along in with him, and we found wooden fencing pushed down, the whole Benstead plot as though a herd of cows had walked right through it, red paint everywhere. Those lads, I thought, they'd been working up to this.
Now, stick to what you saw, Dr. Phillips.
Well, then the reporter drove off. He said he would phone his paper and the police. Afterwards, of course, I remembered the two in the anoraks.
Did you attend an identification parade at Fulchester Police Station on February the 21st?
Yes.
And did you pick out the accused Greg Deacon as the man you had seen at the Benstead plot on the afternoon of the 20th?
Yes.
And did you attend a second identification parade on the same day and pick out the accused Mrs. Deacon as his companion?
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Phillips.
5 generations of Bensteads are buried in this private plot at your churchyard, you say?
Yes.
Have the Bensteads always hunted, Dr. Phillips?
Oh, I would think so.
Well, the late brigadier was a pillar of the local community then, with centuries of custom to uphold. Was he also a regular churchgoer?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Have you never found that baffling?
I don't follow.
Well, that some people can slaughter God's wild creatures for fun on Saturday and go to worship their creator on Sunday.
Your Honour, how can the witness possibly answer that?
My clients are accused of a vendetta against the brigadier, Your Honour. The jury needs to know what made this man tick.
This man is dead, Miss Kent. What made him tick is a matter of opinion only. In any case, thousands of people in this country participate in field sports and remain good Christians.
Do they, Your Honour? With respect, that too is a matter of opinion.
Proceed, Miss Kent, and stick to the point.
Your Honour. Do you go hunting, Dr. Phillips?
Oh, good Lord, no. As a matter of fact, I find it objectionable. But I also disapprove of carrying one's objections to the point of desecrating a grave.
But sadly, fox hunting is so entrenched in the community that even if God doesn't condone it, his minions do.
Are you trying to annoy me deliberately, Miss Kent?
I'm trying to show, Your Honour, what a common fallacy it is that all rural folk accept and understand hunting. The importance of this will emerge in due course.
We are here only to consider whether your clients committed the offence with which they are charged.
The point I'm making, Your Honour...
I'm aware of the point you are making. But this is not a free-for-all on the morality of fox hunting. It is a criminal trial. Is my warning clear?
Your Honour. Dr. Phillips, you say that you saw the couple next to the Benstead grave.
Yes, that's right. Just outside.
Outside? What?
Well, the churchyard.
I see. Isn't there a boundary fence of some sort?
A wall.
A wall? How high is this wall?
About 4 feet.
And you could see this couple quite clearly behind a 4-foot wall?
Well, it's broken down somewhat beside the Benstead plot, and some renovations need to be done, I'm afraid.
And that's where you first saw the couple?
Yes.
Indeed. And you say you were within 30 yards of the defendants when they paused under a yew tree, this yew tree also being outside the churchyard?
Yes.
I see. The couple wore anoraks?
Blue anoraks, yes.
The hoods were up?
Yes.
You wear spectacles, Doctor. Are you short-sighted?
I saw them quite clearly.
Did either of the defendants turn directly towards you so you got a good look at their faces?
Yes.
But if they had, Doctor, surely they would have seen you. And you've already told us that they did not. Are they short-sighted too, do you think?
Your Honour, the witness has already testified under oath that he identified the two accused at 2 separate identification parades.
Yes, indeed, Mr. Wolfe. The point had not escaped me. Proceed, Miss Kent.
Dr. Phillips, what leapt into your mind when you first saw the damaged grave?
Oh, lads. But of course, a thing like this...
Now, tell us about these lads, Doctor.
Youngsters on motorcycles from Fulchester. They like meeting on the green beside the church.
Do they give you any trouble?
Well, just recently I found that they'd broken the lock on the churchyard gate and they'd been motorcycling up and down the paths.
Between the graves?
Yes. And I caught them carving hearts and arrows on the front door of the church.
Thank you, Dr. Phillips.
The case of the Queen against Greg and Sally Deacon will be resumed tomorrow in the Crown Court. Brigadier Edward Benstead, Master of the Fulchester Foxhounds, was buried in St Agnes churchyard. 2 days later, his grave was found to have been desecrated. Hunt saboteurs Gregory and Sally Deacon are jointly charged with the offence. Dr. Phillips, warden of St Agnes Church, has testified that he saw a man and a woman near the Benstead grave on the afternoon it was violated. Later, he identified them at Fulchester Police Station as the two defendants. The case being heard in Fulchester Crown Court is a criminal one. The case is fictional. The procedure, however, is legally accurate. The characters are played by actors, but the jury is selected from members of the general public.
Are you Guy Lovelace Benstead?
I am.
And do you live at Mickleham Lodge, Benstead Green?
Yes.
And do you ride with the Fulchester Hunt?
A joint acting master now, since Deacon killed my father.
Really, Your Honour, I must
yes,
protest.
Yes, quite. Mr. Benstead, just answer counsel's questions, will you?
Your father being Brigadier Edward Benstead?
Yes.
You're now responsible for the organisation and conduct of the Fulchester Hunt?
Yes, indeed.
And your father was likewise?
Quite.
Now, your father died suddenly on February the 15th.
Yes, a heart attack. He was being treated for hypertension.
Riding with hounds is supposed to be healthy and invigorating.
Riding 2 hounds, yes. Once upon a time.
But not now.
We've got a motley crew of self-appointed little gods who've decided to come along and judge us. And Deacon there is the leader.
Your father died the day after a hunt. Is that correct?
Yes. Deacon had been going for father ever since we started up again on Boxing Day. Ringing him in the early hours of the morning before a meet. Keeping him awake and putting the phone down as soon as father answered.
Your father knew it was the defendant?
Who else? Packets of droppings on the doorstep. pushed through the letterbox, you know, the sort of thing. And they've raided the kennels, upset hounds, even had a stab at digging up the course of the local point-to-point.
Really, Your Honour, I must object. My clients are not charged with any such offences, and there is no evidence...
Yes, all right, all right. These are merely your suspicions, are they not, Mr. Benstead?
They're true.
Well, that may well be, but that would have to be proved, and that cannot be done in this case. What you saw and heard only, please.
Tell us about your father's last hunt, Mr. Benstead.
He wanted a peaceful one.
Because of his hypertension, of course.
Even got the police to be there. Got the huntsman to take hounds in a different box.
Why was this?
We'll throw Deacon off. Father instructed the hunt secretary to tell any callers he didn't know personally that the hunt was meeting at the Macklin Hill crossroads. We met 5 miles away at the Hope and Anchor, actually.
I see. Go on.
Good ground. Day was on our side. We were waiting for a second cover to be drawn.
Meaning what, Mr. Benstead?
A hound sniffed Charlie out of the cover.
Charlie?
The fox.
Oh, the fox. Yes.
The whip was in, holding hounds, waiting for Charlie to bolt.
Where exactly were you and your father at this time?
300 yards off.
On horseback?
Of course. We're walking a path. A hedge on one side, a line of beach and a brook on the other. Father's just ahead, the rest of the field following on. Deacon jumps out in front of Father, a stupid grin across his face, and clutching this hunting horn he'd filched from somewhere.
Your Honour, I must protest.
Yes, just clutching a hunting horn, Mr. Benstead. Carry on.
A huntsman's horn goes, Charlie's away, and Father has to kick on. Asks Deacon again to move aside. So what does the idiot do? Blows this thing he's got as loud as he can.
Would this frighten your father's horse?
Ransom? No. Fella can take that all right. Father pushes forward to go past Deacon, and then the smoke bomb goes off right underneath Ransom's nose.
The accused set off a smoke bomb in front of your father's horse.
Oh, yes. Deacon rarely cares about animals, you see. Bloody-minded ignorance. Ransom shies. Father tries to steady him, but he's off fours down on Deacon. Crunch. A stroke of justice, if ever there was one.
The horse's hoof struck Deacon.
Ankle or foot, somewhere around. Deacon goes down to the side of the path. Poor Father, blue in the face with anger, wrestling Ransom, who's all jitters, pulling hard, eyes like saucers. Didn't know what hit him.
Did Deacon say anything to your father?
Froth at the mouth. I'll get you, Benstead, if it's the last thing I do. Hound you like you hound Charlie out there.
The prisoner used those words?
And give or take the odd preposition. Then, true to form, he starts yelping for his faithful companion up there. She comes trotting up, waving a stick. What have you done to him?
Mrs. Deacon came up brandishing a stick.
Mrs. Deacon, well done.
What then, Mr. Benstead?
I kick my fellow up to Father on Ransom, nudge him between them, and take a couple of cracks across the back.
You got between Mrs. Deacon and your father?
And what else?
And she struck you?
Oh, went berserk. The rest of the field pushing up behind, and smoke everywhere. Ransom had taken a hole by now. He was away with Father. I went after them.
Your father wasn't able to continue with the hunt?
Did everything he could to make it a peaceful meet. Had his first attack that evening.
A heart attack?
Yes, then another. By morning he'd gone.
I see. Did you retaliate when Mrs. Deacon was striking you? And did your father ever retaliate?
My father raised his hand to a builder.
You make the Fulchester hunt sound like a band of heavenly angels, Mr. Benstead. All this provocation, and you and your father turn the other cheek.
We've a lot of standing in Benstead Green. We have to keep a tight rein.
As your father did?
Quite.
Do you know either of the defendants personally?
We used to meet at the country club parties, hunt balls, that sort of thing.
I see, nothing of consequence. Were you not, in fact, engaged to her at one time?
Yes, as a matter of fact, very briefly. We never really hit it off.
Did you ever talk about fox hunting?
Well, of course we did, yes.
Did she not take the view, let's see, that it is a senseless, cruel sport dressed up as a noble effort to rid the countryside of a pest?
She never understood.
And she lived in the country.
She wouldn't listen. Charlie gets away 9 times out of 10.
But no doubt, as she told you, that doesn't excuse you for trying to tear him to pieces.
So you are one of the aunties, are you? Have you ever seen a chicken when Charlie's finished with it?
Is it beyond the wit of today's farmers to keep their chickens secure?
Do you know about the lambs, they say?
I understand that the fox moves in only when they're dying or dead.
You don't want to understand. Where are his natural enemies now, huh? Gone. He's designed to chase and be chased. There's not an ounce of fear in him, like a boxer when the bell goes. He knows what the horn means.
What a jolly game.
You'd shoot him, would you? Gas him, snare him, poison him. I could make your hair curl with a few stories about that little lot. No, Charlie knows where he is with hunting. He understands it. And it gives the local community an identity. Keeps us together. And what are they trying to do? Break it up.
Mr. Benstead, this is not a forum for a debate on fox hunting.
I'm sorry, I got carried away.
You got carried away by counsel for the defence. Miss Kent, I won't warn you again.
Your Honour. Mr. Benstead, did you break off your engagement to Mrs. Deacon, or did she?
I really can't remember.
Did you try to get her back? Come, come, Mr. Benstead, what's this sudden reluctance to remember things? Your description of the hunt earlier on showed immense powers of recall.
I may have tried to see her once or twice, perhaps.
You knew she'd been seeing Greg Deacon, hunt saboteur, did you not?
I'd heard.
And what did you think of that?
If that's what she wanted.
You harassed them. Had it in for them, didn't you?
No.
And your father on occasions deliberately went for them when they arrived to sabotage the hunt, did he not?
My father? No.
Will you look at these photographs? They were taken by the defendant, Mrs. Deacon, at one of the Fulchester's January hunts. The top photograph shows an elderly gentleman on horseback striking a young man with a whip. Do you recognize the huntsman, Mr. Benstead?
Yes.
And it is, of course...
Father.
The 3 other photographs show scuffles between the mounted huntsman and the hunt saboteurs.
Yobs. They went for father every time. They wanted to rile him, revving their car engines, sounding their horns, jabbing at ransom with sharpened sticks, chanting, "Brigadier Blood, Brigadier Blood." That's what they wrote in paint on his grave.
That is a matter for the jury to decide. Your family owns over 1,000 acres of ground in Bedstead Green. A part of this is known locally as Poacher's Alley, is it not?
One section of it, yes.
What did your father do with poachers he caught on his land?
Run them off.
Yes. Didn't he have quite a reputation in the village for his skill in this respect?
They were warned, time and time again.
Isn't it true that your father was a willful, irascible old man, and that many folk in the area had scores to settle with him?
I think we should let my father rest in peace.
How many foxes did you and your hunt usually kill in the season, say, 3 years ago?
40, perhaps 50.
And last season?
30.
22, Mr. Benstead. Your hunt committee's own figures. Now, this season is what, 11 weeks old, and so far, how many foxes have you brought to book? My inquiries make it 5, Mr. Benstead, which, if you don't do any better, by the end of the season will give you what, a dozen?
And the rest.
All that planning and expense for a dozen foxes. The saboteurs were highly organized and very successful, and yet you hated them for it.
We'd carry on if we only got one.
Yes, I expect you would.
Where exactly is this getting us, Miss Kent?
I'm trying to show, Your Honor, that the hunt saboteurs have little reason to be vengeful towards the hunting fraternity, and the boot would seem to be on the other foot.
Yes.
Mr. Benstead, we've heard that the saboteurs' members are multiplying and your organization is worried, is it not?
Not at all.
I put it to you that your cover's been blown. Mrs. Deacon can't be the only one of your kind who can see your sport for what it is. An anachronism. A slice of medieval barbarity, only one step removed from bear baits and cockfights. Isn't that what it is?
Your Honour, my learned friend is deliberately provoking this witness.
She is provoking more than the witness, Mr. Wolfe.
My learned friend speaks of a vendetta, Your Honour. I want to show that there was indeed a vendetta by the Benstead family against my client.
And what if there were such a vendetta, Miss Kent? It would do nothing to establish your client's innocence. So why do you pursue this line of argument? I will tell you. So that you may use the court to carry on a vendetta of your own against fox hunting, thereby abusing your privilege as counsel.
I am not concerned with my own feelings, Your Honour.
Nor, thankfully, are we. But you still persistently air them in this court.
That is not true, Your Honour.
You will not do it again. I will tolerate no more of your insolence.
Your Honour, I have an application to make.
Yes, what is it?
My application is for the jury to be discharged and the trial stopped.
On what ground?
With respect, Your Honour, you are chairman of the committee running the Bellevue and District Hunt in the West Country, and your conduct in this matter makes it impossible for me to present my case.
I see. Have you anything else you wish to say?
No, Your Honour. Simply that justice must be seen to be done, and the danger of partiality is obvious.
The application is refused. The jury will decide this case, not I. My views, like yours, are irrelevant. I will endeavour to direct the jury properly and according to the law. If I fail, your clients may go to the Court of Appeal, where any mistakes I may have made will be corrected. Meanwhile, you will concentrate on the issues of this case. You know perfectly well what is relevant and what is not.
You'd better go to ground after this, Charlie.
Mr. Deacon, you live at 14 Cedar Close, Fulchester?
Yes,
Were you in Benstead Green on February the 20th?
that's right.
And what were you doing there?
We were sussing it out, ready for a hit the next day.
Could you interpret, Miss Kent?
They were doing a reconnaissance, Your Honour.
And what is a hit, Deacon?
Stopping the Fulchester hunt having their fun.
You are a hunt saboteur.
The contact for this area.
Are there many of you?
More every season. People are just beginning to realise the carnage that goes on in the name of sport. Until politicians get up off their behinds and pass some laws protecting more of our wild animals, we've got to go out and do it.
Voluntarily.
Yeah.
And within the law.
Violence is no good to us. We walk away from it.
Why did you tell the police sergeant that you weren't in the area on the 20th?
Well, we'd only just got back. I didn't know what it was about. I sure as hell didn't want the hunt finding out we'd done a recce.
But this was the police. Didn't you trust their impartiality?
Some of them are good. Very fair. Agree with what we're doing. Yeah, it's nice to have them around when the hunt heavies wade in. Trouble is, half the local magistrates ride out in funny hats.
You mean belong to the local hunts?
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's the old establishment bias, you know. More often than not, the police are leaning on us, searching our cars, taking numbers, checking what we're carrying.
And what were you carrying?
Well, no sharpened sticks for starters. We don't want to hurt the horses or the hounds. It's not their fault. No, the most fearsome piece of equipment we carry is an aerosol can of anti-mate from the local pet shop.
Which does what?
It kills the scent of the fox.
Exactly what were you and Mrs. Deacon doing that day?
Answer the question, Deacon.
Dragging a fox's bedding round likely spots.
To confuse hounds?
Yes.
Where did you get this bedding?
We know several sympathetic fox owners.
Do you? Anything else?
I don't want to reveal too much.
What else were you up to?
Laying down a variety of smells.
With what?
Aniseed, paraffin.
And this anti-mate?
Yes.
A real cat and mouse game, Mr. Deacon.
Yeah, with the life of a fox at the end of it.
Did you ever ring up the late brigadier in the early hours before a meet?
I have done. Keep him on his toes. We aren't playing games.
We've heard that kennels were raided, a point-to-point course dug up.
I keep my sabs legal. Cardinal rule.
Sabs?
Saboteurs.
So you're not responsible for these incidents?
Nope.
Now, tell us about the hunt you went to on February the 14th The day before Brigadier Benstead's death.
We were late. They got a new Dodge. Drove the hounds from the kennel in a different van. They're not usually that ingenious. We went up to Macklin Road crossroads and couldn't find them. Just a big chalk message in the road, hunt this way, and a long arrow. They were trying to lose us.
How do you know?
It wasn't ours. It was written in white chalk. We always decide before we start on our colour for the day. It should have been green.
I see. Go on.
We found out from some of their foot followers where the hunt was.
They told a crowd of saboteurs where to go.
Well, there's always a couple of us dressed up like local supporters, sports jackets, caps, ties. They did the talking.
Go on, Mr. Deacon.
Well, there was about 20 of us. I asked them to station themselves where they thought they'd be most effective, but always near each other. Sal and I took a footpath we thought the hounds would use.
Yes?
Well, we knew they'd already gone through when we saw the field coming up the path.
The field being the mounted huntsman.
The old buzzard himself in front.
The late Brigadier Benstead.
The same. He shouted to us to get off. It was a private footpath.
And was it?
Belonged to a local farmer who wasn't involved in the hunt. Brigadier Benstead couldn't order us off.
But he tried to.
Yeah, right. Move out of the way or you'll be kicked into the nearest ditch. He always caught a fair dollop of abuse. I'm not surprised his ticker jammed.
Oh?
Well, he'd seize up with frustration if we were having a good day. I mean, you know the sort of man. Bulging eyes, blotchy with rage. When he got mad, he and Homo sapiens went different ways. He'd have loved to have a good, whip-cracking ding-dong with us.
You killed him! You couldn't break him when he was alive, so you desecrate his grave when he's gone. You're vermin!
I'm sorry, Mr. Benstead. I understand your feelings, but if you interrupt again, I shall have to ask you to leave the court. As for you, Deacon, you will answer counsel's questions and refrain from gratuitous insults and other comment. Is that understood?
Was anyone with Brigadier Benstead?
My friend Guy, just behind the old man, ready.
Ready?
And to administer the boot in the face or the whip across the back, always provided there are no witnesses about.
And there were not?
No, Sal was further on up the path round a bend.
Were you blocking the footpath?
No, I was to one side.
Was there plenty of room for Brigadier Benstead and his son to pass?
And half the British Army.
Were you carrying a hunting horn?
Yes, but I didn't use it.
Did you have a smoke bomb?
Yes.
What happened?
I was moving on up the path. To save a fox, you've got to be up with the hounds.
And?
Brigadier Benstead jogged his horse up across me, shut me in. I had my back to a tree, and there was a thick hedge either side of it. Well, he kept urging the horse into me, trying to crush me against the tree. Smoke bomb's the only thing I could think of.
So you were trapped?
Yes, I threw the bomb down at the side of the horse. I hated doing it.
Why?
Well, we never use smoke bombs unless we're near the hounds and they've almost worn a fox down. See, we throw the bomb between the fox and the hounds to give the thing a chance.
I see. And then what happened?
Well, the horse backed a bit when the bomb went off. It wanted to get away from the smoke. Brigadier Benstead threw one of his fits. He started kicking it into me, saying, "Come on, boy, we're not taking that. Show him what you think of it."
Brigadier Benstead said that?
Oh, yes. One of the horse's hooves caught my ankle, and its backside slammed me into the trees. I called out to Sally. Got to have a witness, you see. And then the Brigadier pulled it away, and I fell.
The Brigadier didn't release you until you called for help?
No, the horse was tight against me. I mean, it wanted to get away from the smoke, but he kept slapping it, keeping it there.
Did you say anything to Brigadier Benstead? Shout anything?
Well, with half a ton of horse on your chest, you don't talk a lot.
Did you threaten him?
I said I'd take him to court, fight him all the way. I would have. Nobody saw it, except his lot.
So you didn't say you would get him or hound him?
That's one of Guy's inventions.
Have you been involved in any other skirmishes recently?
Only with Guy. He and a couple of his cronies cornered me one night outside a pub after closing time. Landlord came out luckily, or I'd have got a kicking. Hunt the ante.
What was that, Mr. Deacon?
It's Guy's idea of wit. This is the season for hunting antes. You're the first we're booting.
Mr. Deacon, did you go anywhere near Brigadier Benstead's grave on February the 20th?
No.
We've heard that the grave was damaged between 3:30 and 5 o'clock. Where were you then?
We packed up and gone into the village for tea.
Where was this?
Ye Oldie Tea Shoppy, I think it's called.
And when did you leave?
Knows.
The tea shop?
4:45, 5 o'clock, something like that.
I see. You say you are an interior decorator?
Yes, builder, decorator, self-employed.
Do you normally carry equipment and materials in the boot of your car?
All the time, when you're on a certain job. Any builder will tell you.
Can the defendant be shown Exhibit 2? Do you recognize these things,
Yes,
Mr.
they
Deacon?
were in the boot of my car. I was in the middle of doing up Sally's flat. We were moving in this week.
The police sergeant also found a sledgehammer in your car.
Yes, when I had a spare hour, I was knocking out the fireplace. Well, you don't have the hammer stuck at home, do you?
Thank you, Mr. Deacon.
How long have you been a saboteur, Mr. Deacon?
Active, 3 years.
Would you regard yourself as an expert? Oh, come on. An area contact, clandestine phone calls, coloured chalk, aniseed trails, disguises. You seem to be a very smart operator.
One step ahead is the name of the game.
Exactly, Mr. Deacon. I have here a copy of February the 19th's Fulchester Echo describing the rather splendid funeral of Brigadier Benstead. Did you read about it? Oh, come on, Mr. Deacon. Your arch enemy dies and you're not interested?
I didn't wish him dead.
Did you read his funeral notice?
Yes.
Did you? All of it?
Yes.
Then you must have seen the bold type at the end. As a mark of respect to Brigadier Edward Benstead, this Saturday's meet has been cancelled. What on earth were you doing in Benstead Green all day Friday laying false trails for a non-existent meet?
The case of the Queen against Greg and Sally Deacon will be concluded tomorrow when the jury reaches its verdict in the Crown Court. The case being tried in Fulchester Crown Court is fictional. The procedure, however, is legally accurate. The characters are played by actors, but the jury is selected from members of the public. Hunt saboteurs Sally Elizabeth Deacon and Gregory Patrick Deacon are jointly charged with criminally damaging the grave of Brigadier Edward Benstead, the Fulchester Master of Foxhounds.
But the hunt wasn't meeting that Saturday. It was in the local paper. And you knew because you'd read it in the newspaper.
It's the oldest trick in the book.
Mr. Deacon, what were you doing in Benstead Green that day?
A red herring.
What was a red herring?
A cancellation notice. They went ahead with the hunt, you know. Carry on, chaps. Tally-ho.
Oh, now it's phony press announcements too. Cross and double cross. Isn't the truth a whole lot simpler?
We spent the day on a reconnaissance. There's a lot to get ready.
Yes, I see. Dragging a fox's bedding around. But it was raining from lunchtime. What's the point of laying trails in the rain?
They're still useful.
What, after a day's rain?
Yes.
Yes, really. And did you do this until tea time?
No, that wasn't all.
Well, tell us then, Mr. Deacon.
Well, I'm not giving it all away.
Answer, counsel, will you?
We made all the gates secure.
To hold the hunt up the following day?
Yes.
Anything else?
Unblocked several earths.
To allow the fox to escape down them?
Yeah.
The Deacon, hunt followers go round the night before blocking earths and open gates on the morning of the hunt.
Yes. You'd know, wouldn't you?
And so would you. You're an old hand. You wouldn't have been wasting your time like that.
Well, it's psychological. We've got to show you mounted terrorists we're always around.
What did you say?
We've got to show you mounted terrorists we're always around.
This I won't tolerate. It is a contempt. At the end of this trial, you will go before one of my brother judges to be dealt with.
I see.
Did you dislike Brigadier Benstead?
Intensely.
Yet you say you always tried to avoid a confrontation.
Always.
But despite your expertise in the field, you managed to get yourself stuck with him on a footpath. I put it to you, Deacon, that saving foxes that day played second fiddle to goading and threatening Brigadier Benstead.
No.
In any event, you got trodden on by a horse. How badly were you hurt?
I couldn't walk for 2 days.
You'd be limping for several days more.
Yes.
Well, you'd have been limping on February the 20th, when the church warden saw you at the Benstead grave.
I wasn't there.
When I heard Greg shout, I ran back down the path. I had to flatten myself against a hedge as Brigadier Benstead came riding up out of the smoke. A guy behind him.
Were you carrying anything, Mrs. Deacon?
My satchel and a switch.
Did you use the switch?
I didn't hit him, if that's what you mean.
Why carry one around?
You don't know the Fulchester hunt and full cry. Get in the way and they go right through you.
You carried it for self-protection, is that it?
You don't feel quite so naked.
Did Guy Benstead and his father pass you by?
Yes. I found Greg in a huddle by the side of the path, holding his foot, groaning.
Had you had any threats passed between your husband and the Brigadier?
That's not Greg, no way.
So he didn't threaten to get him or hound him?
No.
How long did you live at Benstead Green?
Until 3 months ago. I moved there when I came over from Ireland.
And when was that?
4 years ago.
And you met Guy Benstead?
Yes. We were engaged briefly.
How did you get involved with him?
We were both members of the country club. I followed the meet once or twice in Guy's Land Rover. That's when I first noticed Greg.
Sabotaging the hunt?
Yes. I thought it was all a big joke. These oddballs, wet, covered in mud, chasing up and down the lanes with an aerosol can in their hands. It wasn't until...
Go on, Mrs. Deacon.
People just don't know. One day the hunt followers had forgotten to block off a drain at the edge of the village. They'd got a fox trapped down it. Wanted to put a terrier down to chase the fox out, but the drain was too small. They dug up the roadside verges.
The hunt is allowed to dig up the road?
They do what they like. They got to the drain from that side and put rods into it and poked the fox out. Guy got hold of it and dragged it out. They're supposed to use a humane killer straight away. The hounds were milling around, barking and yapping in excitement. Guy held the fox above them, squirming, driving them crazy. Then he dropped it.
Into the pack of hounds? Alive?
All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small.
What you saw and heard, Mrs. Deacon, and only what you saw and heard, please.
Guy shouting at the hounds. Get him and tear him. I felt sick. That finished it for me.
Finished what?
Our engagement, everything. I started to find out things. There had been an attempt to get the drag hunt started in the village, but the Bensteads had refused to have anything to do with it.
What exactly is a drag hunt, Mrs. Deacon?
They follow a scent already laid down, instead of a live animal. The next county runs one.
I see. And what else did you find out?
The Brigadier was rearing fox cubs. He and Guy had built artificial lairs so that their supply for hunting wouldn't dry up. It isn't about farmers' chickens or lambs or the need to control foxes. It's about hunting and killing. It's about getting enjoyment from suffering and death. I really liked Guy, but I could never forget the sight of that fox being torn to pieces by the hounds. I decided to join the Sabs.
What did you do?
I left Benstead Green and got a flat in Fulchester, over the boutique.
That's the boutique in which you work?
Yes, I run it now.
How did Guy Benstead react to your change of attitude?
When I started going out with Greg, he threatened us. He's really got it in for Greg.
Thank you, Mrs. Deacon.
So, Mrs. Deacon, your mission now is to tell the public about this wicked business of hunting.
Yes.
Do you make calls to the newspapers?
Not anonymous.
A woman called the Fulchester Echo on the evening of Friday the 20th of February, directing a reporter to St. Agnes churchyard. Now, desecrating that grave would have been quite a publicity stunt, would it not?
No.
Red paint, R.I.P. Brigadier Blood, a dead fox draped over the grave, just like the taunts at the hunt. You're asking this court to believe that this wasn't a publicity stunt? The work of saboteurs?
It's melodrama. You can't seriously believe we'd do that. All we're at is saving the lives of foxes.
A banner headline in the Fulchester Echo picked up by the national papers. It'll help put your movement on the map. You've got to be noticed, just like some of your friends in the public gallery at the beginning of this trial.
We aren't doing too badly in the publicity stakes.
Is that why you got married this week? Another banner headline?
That's a nasty crack.
Mrs. Deacon, any publicity is good publicity, The end justifies the means, whether it's getting married, desecrating a grave...
You know something, Mr. Barrister? You remind me a lot of Brigadier Benstead. Slightly younger, but the same stiff neck.
That is grossly impertinent, Mrs. Deacon.
I'm impertinent.
Just answer counsel's question.
He's trying to bully me. In the past few months, I've learnt not to tolerate bullies.
Do you know how serious the charges are that you're facing?
Yes. A grave was damaged. No one was hurt, just feelings. What really seems to bug you is our daring to challenge a sadistic pastime for the privileged.
Sal, no.
Be silent, Deacon.
Hiding behind pink coats and funny hats and wigs. God stood nobody higher than the next man, and surely not those in fancy dress.
Mrs. Deacon.
I don't respect him or you. He's defending the indefensible, and you're propping him up.
I ask Your Honour to take into consideration the emotional state of my client. Much has happened to her recently, and she has now spent the first 3 days of her married life in the dock at Fulchester Crown Court.
Which doesn't seem to worry her in the least, nor her husband come to that. I cannot compel your client to respect the law, Miss Kent, but I can make sure that she obeys it. She will go with her husband before Mr. Justice Black next week.
Thank you, Your Honour.
What Mr. Justice Black does with you will depend on your behaviour during the remainder of this trial.
Your Honour.
What were your feelings towards Brigadier Benstead?
Numb.
You didn't dislike him?
I felt sorry for him.
Sorry?
He didn't know any better.
I see. You never felt vindictive towards him?
Not seriously.
When you broke with Guy Benstead, did you retain your membership of the Benstead Green Country Club?
No.
Oh, why?
Why? Because it was run by the murder squad.
Murder squad?
The committee that runs the hunt. Brigadier Benstead was chairman.
Did you leave the club voluntarily?
No. The brigadier had my membership withdrawn.
Indeed. Because you'd thrown over his son?
Shows the mentality of the man we were dealing with.
You must have felt very angry at such treatment.
So I trampled all over his grave. No, I'd had enough of the cut glass and cocktail scene.
You didn't hate the brigadier for what he'd done?
I don't hate anyone.
Brigadier Benstead perpetrated all these hunt cruelties. He is supposed to have knocked your husband to the ground. You admit he had you thrown out of the country club, and you say you didn't harbour any grudges against him. Mrs. Deacon, did you hear what I said?
Yes. Haven't we been through all this? I wasn't interested in the brigadier or his primitive son. All we wanted to do was to stop them torturing and killing foxes.
When you were interviewed by the police on the evening of February the 20th, your hands were cut and your gloves torn. Did you do that ripping open a floral saddle lying on the brigadier's grave?
Greg and I had been climbing fences and barbed wire all day.
The police sergeant found a note at Mr. Deacon's home that evening, Exhibit 5. Please, when you look at it, Mrs. Deacon, it's dated Thursday, February the 14th, and it's addressed to Mr. Deacon. That is your handwriting, is it not?
Yes.
Paint. We'll make them see red. Them being Guy and the Fulchester Hunt.
Them being the shopkeepers next door to the boutique. They'd had a go at me about the disco music we've on all day. I thought I'd give them something to really grumble about.
You antagonized them by painting your premises red.
They asked for it.
Yes. The demolition job we talked about, let's do it tomorrow. Tomorrow being the 20th, the day the grave was desecrated. Well?
Greg's told you he was knocking out a fireplace in my flat.
Not on Friday, but he wasn't there. You were both in Benstead Green, knocking something else about.
We changed our minds, thought we'd do some sussing. Especially since the local paper had said they were cancelling the hunt. Sure sign it was on.
Don't forget the sledgehammer we'll celebrate afterwards. Yes, Mrs. Deacon, you'd celebrate when he'd finished your flat after he'd rebuilt whatever he was doing with the fireplace, and you were starting life together there. I think the court knows exactly what you were really going to celebrate.
You are Mrs. Esme Farthing?
Yes.
And you live over the old tea shop in Benstead Green?
That's right. Just off the High Street. 12 years.
Did you see the defendants on the afternoon of February the 20th?
Oh, Sally? Well, you know I did. I told that man in front of you.
I know, Mrs. Farthing, but will you tell the court?
We took tea together.
When exactly?
That afternoon, you said.
What time was it?
Oh, well, let me see. I start at 4. The Reverend Coppington was just in. I had Lady Hardcastle in the window alcove. A few minutes after 4, I think.
So Sally and Mr. Deacon came in to tea?
Near 4:15, I'd say. My water was playing up. It takes an age to heat up. It's the wiring. I'm still waiting for the man from Fulchester.
The defendants took tea between 4 and 4:15.
Oh, no. No, that would be when they sat down. I never have people standing about. I think it's awfully bad. You see it in restaurants in Fulchester.
Now, how did they behave, the defendants?
Behave?
Well, were they normal?
Well, of course Sally's normal. What a thing to say.
Were they casual, relaxed, or were they in a hurry?
Well, it wouldn't really matter. I can only serve one at a time. He seemed a nice young man. Serious. Polite smile. Might be the right one for her.
You obviously don't know it's Mrs. Deacon now.
Oh, I am glad. Congratulations, Sally. You are a dark one. I do like to see young people married. Of course, I know now.
How long have you known her, Mrs. Farthing?
Oh, ever since she came from Ireland. She's running the boutique now, you know, in the town. I think girls should work, learn to stand on their own 2 feet. You never know when you're going to be left on your own. She did the right thing, getting rid of a certain person.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, Guy, but it was plain as day she wasn't happy.
How long did Sally and her husband stay on the afternoon of the 20th?
Oh, 30 minutes, I should think. I never send visitors away. It's my golden rule. Plain bad manners, I'd never do it.
Not like they do in Fulchester. So Sally and her husband left your tea shop at about 4:45?
Yes. Just made her call and off she went.
Sally made a telephone call?
Yes. Is that all right? Didn't I say? But they all use my telephone in the hall. I mean, the one in the High Street's never worked.
Do you know who she called?
Oh, yes.
Well?
Well, if it's all right. The boutique. She couldn't get back there before closing time. Had to let them know.
And then they left?
That's right. Said he was due for a trim.
What was that?
Her young man. All that hair. We had a little joke about it.
So Sally and Mr. Deacon had been in your tea shop since shortly after 4 o'clock?
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Mrs. Farthing.
That's all right, dear.
Mrs. Farthing?
Yes?
Did you hear Sally speaking on the telephone?
How could I with a parlour full of customers?
Then how did you know that she was phoning the boutique?
Well, she told me. She must have done, or how would I have known?
She made the call at 4:45.
Oh, all these times, I can't be...
No, it's important, Mrs. Farthing.
Well, as near as I can... Look, I don't want to get Sally into any trouble.
Can you remember the clothes they were wearing?
Oh, yes.
Think carefully.
Yes. Matching anoraks in blue. Very nice. But they were so wet. I had told them not to go out in the rain again.
What do you mean you told Sally? Had you seen her earlier?
Oh, yes, they both came in at 3:30.
Did they indeed?
Sally, I said, you've forgotten already. 4 o'clock in the winter months before I start tea.
Did they go away again?
Yes. Is that all right?
Mrs. Farthing, were they any different when they returned at 4 o'clock? I mean, their manner, their clothing?
No, not really.
Well, not really?
Just the cuts.
Well, tell us, Mrs. Farthing.
Well, Sally's fingers were cut through her gloves. I remember saying, how are you going to serve in a boutique with hands like that?
Did you notice these cuts when she came in earlier?
Can't say I did. I think she had her hands in her pockets.
You aren't sure?
Yes, I am sure.
Ah. How far is it from your tea shop to St. Agnes churchyard?
St. Agnes? Oh, good 20 minutes.
By car?
Oh, no, only 5 minutes by car.
Oh, a few minutes. So the accused disappear for half an hour at 3:30, and one of them, Mrs. Deacon, has torn gloves and cut hands on her return. Thank you, Mrs. Farthing.
Mrs. Farthing, think carefully. Were Sally and Mr. Deacon polite and unhurried when they came back for tea just after 4 o'clock?
Oh, perfectly.
And what were they like when you saw them at 3:30?
Just the same. Soaked through, but didn't seem to mind.
Soaked through?
Yes, they must have been out in it all day.
Out in the rain?
Yes.
Did they say anything about where they'd been?
No, but I knew what they'd been up to. Come on, Sal, he said. We've got 5 minutes. Can't get any wetter.
That's all?
I think so.
What had they been up to, Mrs. Farthing?
What?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Farthing.
In the woods, searching.
We can't hear, Mrs. Farthing.
For the F-O-X-S.
Sabotaging the local hunt, Mrs. Farthing?
Yes. Well, do they all know?
Yes, they all know.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Consider the crucial pieces of evidence in this case, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Phillips, the church warden, had told us that Brigadier Benstead's grave was intact at 3:30 that afternoon. At 5 o'clock, it was discovered smashed about. And we've just heard that the accused were at a loose end at 3:30, and that they didn't return to that tea shop until after 4 o'clock. Now, you may say, all of this is circumstantial, but Dr. Phillips has positively identified the couple as the two people he saw hanging about the Benstead grave at 4 o'clock that afternoon.
There were perfectly legitimate reasons for Greg Deacon to be carrying paint and a sledgehammer in the boot of his car, and obvious reasons why the car would show traces of white clay. February the 20th was a miserable, overcast, drizzly day. A church warden, his spectacle lenses covered with rain spots, sees two people very fleetingly with their anorak hoods up from a distance of 30 yards behind a 4-foot wall. People who do not even face him directly, yet he picks them out at an identification parade at the police station the following day. No, members of the jury, this is just not good enough. My clients despised Brigadier Benstead, but they did not hate him. And this crime was one of hate. We have heard much about the Brigadier's aptitude for collecting enemies, whether they be poachers, farm workers, or ton-up boys. And I suggest that somewhere here lies the answer to this crime.
Members of the jury, you have listened to much evidence of prejudice in this case. Prejudice against the legitimate sport of fox hunting, prejudice no less violent against those who legitimately oppose it. Class prejudice, generation prejudice. Whatever form it takes, prejudice is self-indulgent, ignoble, and destructive. The word means to judge first, to make up your minds without listening to argument or evidence, the very opposite of the legal process. And although prejudice may motivate witnesses, it is not to be tolerated among counsel, on the bench, or, ladies and gentlemen, in the jury box. It is your duty to divorce from your minds all this prejudice to which you have been subjected, and any that may still be lurking in your hearts. Whatever your attitude to blood sports, you must not be deflected from judging this case on the evidence, just as I will not be deflected from directing you on that evidence. You may think there is only one point at issue. Did the two accused, without lawful excuse, deliberately or recklessly, deface the grave and headstone of Brigadier Edward Benstead on February the 20th? Remember, you must be satisfied that one or both of them did before you can convict him or her.
Members of the jury, will your foreman please stand? Just answer this question, yes or no. Have you reached a verdict on which you are all agreed?
Yes.
Do you find the accused Gregory Deacon guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Do you find the accused Sally Deacon guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
You have been found guilty of a particularly outrageous offence. You will each go to prison for 3 months.
All stand.
I told you they still think we're a bunch of freaks.
We didn't do it, Sal.
Perhaps we should have.
You were sailing a little close to the wind once or twice, then?
Pompous old ass. I meant what I said.
Yes, I know you did. You need a drink. Come on.
Next week, a chance for you to join another jury in assessing the facts when our cameras return to watch a leading case in the Crown Court.